Hey, this is Doug, your realtor here in Utah. I've been asked a couple of times about stories that happen in real estate. And my dad keeps telling me that I need to write a book um, because there are some things that happen that just, there a lot of times it's based on your experience and your background and stuff like that. So I thought I'd tell you a couple of funnies that have happened to me over the years. The first one that comes to mind is it was getting dark. I was helping a gentleman, and we were looking at a house that he was going to flip. You go in, the house is a hoarder's house. It was gross. There was feces, poop everywhere. Dog, cat, and you could see where the mice had been running through the house. It was, they were going to literally have to take everything out and just gut the house to be able to get back into it and make it all work. So anyway, so we're in this house looking at things. And so one of the things with me is I am super ultra sensitive with cats. I know when there's a cat there because I'm allergic. And so you can't hide a cat from me because my nose will start running, my eyes will start itching. Just within minutes of walking in a house. Anyway, so obviously that's going on, right? So I've been in there for a few minutes. Allergies are kicking in. But anyway, quick side note, hoarder's house, stuff everywhere. Like I said, feces everywhere. Go in one of the bedrooms, and there's this little girl's black patent shoe. And you talk about making your heart sink. And it's like, how does a little 5-year-old girl live in something like this? And to me, it broke my heart. So anyway, back to the story. So we jump back, I'm in there looking around. I can't handle the allergies anymore after about 5 minutes. So I told him I was going to go, told the gentleman I was with, I'm going to go look in the shop. So go around. At this point, it's dark. I've got my flashlight, get to the shop and open the door. Well, again, I saw all kinds of mouse droppings and stuff like that. And so my flashlight is down on the ground scanning because I don't want mice running up my pant leg. I don't know about you, but I don't want them running up my pant leg. So we're going along, and I get back in there, and as I'm scanning on the ground, I'm about halfway into the shop, and then all of a sudden that hair on the back of my neck just stands up, just boom, and I froze because I'm trying to figure out, is it a raccoon? Is it a skunk? Is it, an opossum? Is it, what is it, right? And so then I literally, I sit there and I take my flashlight and I'm looking up, and I bring my flashlight up, and literally from about me to the camera, about 4 feet away, all of a sudden I hit a face, an eye shine, and it scared me to death. I kid you not, I looked like that 2-year-old that hadn't gone to the bathroom in a whole day. I was just dancing, my feet were tapping, and because I was face to face with a mountain lion. Yes, a cougar. The homeowner had stuffed it and set it on a shelf in that shop. I didn't know that. It was dark. There's no lights in there. So I'm walking in. So my flashlight hits the eye shine of this mountain lion, and it scared the holy heavens out of me. It took 12 years off my life right then and there. And anyway, and so then, I back out, and I'm like, whoa, took me a little bit, but anyway, that was probably one of the craziest experiences I've had. There's been other things that have just been really odd. And in real estate, that's one thing that I've learned is, boy, you just never know what's going to happen when you go look at stuff. Same gentleman with his hoarder's house. And so he and I have been through a few different things, but So another goofy story is we went and to this little house out in the farm fields, out like you see behind me. We're out there in the farm fields in this little bitty house that was 100 years old. The gentleman that lived there had no running water, had no, his only heat source was a wood burning stove. So they had electrical in there, but no plumbing, no running water. And so what he would do every morning is he'd take 2 5-gallon Home Depot orange buckets, and he'd walk out, and he had an artesian spring or well there on the property. So he'd walk out, fill the 2 buckets up, and bring them in. 1 bucket was for washing and drinking. 1 was for the plumbing. So that was really interesting that, I mean, and this guy had done this for years. Winter, summer, I mean, years he'd done this. Well, so we're going along. We go through the inside of the house. By the way, side note, inside the house, they had a porcelain stove from like the 1920s. Beautiful condition. Boy, I love those old antiques. Anyway, sorry. Chase a squirrel. Back to the story. So we're outside now. We come outside. We're out in the backyard, and there's a barn door laying down. Well, again, from my growing up in childhood and different things on the farms that I've been on and stuff with aunts and uncles and that, to me, my brain registered root cellar. And root cellars are, where, the people, the pioneers, the different people have always done that, where they dig into the dirt and they use that for cold storage. Well, so that's what I thought it was. So in all my geniusness, I go over and I pick the barn door up, and I was met with the most disgusting, foulest smell ever. The gentleman had taken his toilet and just ran the pipe into, it used to be a root cellar, but he just ran the sewage in there. So not a septic tank, but he just ran it into this dirt hole that was there. And it was like, oh my word, that was gross. Just what a whiff. Anyway, so, you navigate real estate. Real estate is just a blast. Every house has a story. To me, that's the best part about real estate, is being able to just tell the story of the house and find the story of the house. Why was it built this way? What happened here? There's always a story. Anyway, so a couple of funny stories when it comes to real estate. Like and follow. I'll tell you some more stories. I got a couple of scary ones, not scary, but hard transactions that I've had to deal with that I'd love to tell you too.